Reliving history, World War II stories as told by those who were there.
Today, we will hear the story of Sergeant Mike Pappas. Sergeant Pappas was a Togglier on a B-17 flying high in the skies over Europe during World War II. On his 14th mission, he was shot down over Berlin.
They checked me out as a Togglier. You're a bombardier without a bomb sight. You drop the bombs on signal from the lead.
That has the bomb sight.
Right.
Yeah.
They have the lead and the deputy lead both have bomb sights and bombardiers, and we drop on their signal. And that's what I did for the next 8 missions, which was my 14th. The entire squadron was shot down over Berlin, and it was a terrible day. Of course, all 12 bombers went down. Between 60 and 75 Focke-Wulf 190 fighters hit us, 6 o'clock high. And we all went down in about 20 seconds. And thank heaven, my plane went into a shallow glide instead of going all kinds of crazy stuff, you know, you never get out of that one. And I was knocked unconscious. I wasn't knocked unconscious, my oxygen was shot out, my hose. And I just passed out. 28,500 feet. I woke up at 1,800 feet and looked out the nose, and there I could see the rooftops and the trees and everything down there, pretty close to the ground. I snapped on my chest pack and made a lunge for the nose escape hatch, but I'd forgotten to fasten the leg straps on my parachute harness. Yes, and it nearly cost me my life. 1 and 2 engines were burning furiously, and number 2 windmill was propeller was windmilling wildly, only about 14 inches from my head, and the entire side of the plane was burning, the whole wing. And I tried to throw myself out, and my dangling leg strap caught on a fixture on the floor, and I couldn't. I was tied up, and that's what saved my life. I realized my predicament, and I had to crawl back in and get into the nose where I could stand up. Now I couldn't see what I was doing because this chest pack was in front of me here, and I had to feel down there to find those 2 straps and try to connect them. And the plane was doing a little bouncing around. That was pretty rough there. And anyway, I had my foot up on the navigator's tip, and I'm watching the altimeter needle. And just as it approached 450 feet, I felt that hard snap. I made it out that door so fast. I pulled my ripcord, and I swung once or twice, and I hit the front of a barn or a building of some kind, you know, and hit the ground. Thank God I was wearing my B-10 flying suit, which was padded, and my goggles, the frame of my goggles smashed into I got a cut up here, still have a scar, and a little blood running down. And civilians were coming out of the air raid shelters and yelling and all that sort of thing, you know, about a Chicago gangster and whatnot. And they worked me over a little, and finally a busload of German soldiers came along, and a couple of officers in the car, and they got me away from my mob and took me to Tempelhof airdrome there. Anyway, in that raid, ironically, the target that day was a BMW aircraft engine factory, which supplied the power plants for the Focke-Wulf 190 fighters, which shot us down. Twist. And 33 were killed in the air, many more wounded. Of those were able to bail out. 21 more were beaten to death by civilians with sledgehammers and shovels. So it was a pretty bad day.
Bless them all, the long and the short and the tall. Bless all the sergeants and WO1s. Bless all the corporals and their blinking sons, 'cause we're saying goodbye to them all. As back to their billets they crawl.
You may contact the Palm Springs Air Museum at 760-778-6262 for more information concerning the Veterans History Project. We're happy to interview any veteran or civilian who participated in any of our country's military conflicts, and will provide a DVD of the interview for the family.